The Buccaneer project is funded by the European Regional Development Fund through the Ireland-Wales Cooperation Programme.
Welcome to the Buccaneer video series. This is one of 2 short videos which will help you to discover, define, develop and deliver your skills around intellectual property. This is video 1, Discovering and Defining, where we'll be meeting some experts in the field of intellectual property and its exploitation. If you're new to the series, intellectual property is just a small part of the wider Buccaneer journey, which includes all stages of the innovation process for small growing firms. Whether you're interested in coming up with new products, validating them in new markets, or building your networks to exploit your intellectual property, there's a video for you. Even if you have a patent, trademark, or copyright already, you'll have to protect it by taking someone who infringes it to the civil courts. This can be very expensive and time-consuming, particularly if the infringement takes place in another country. Intellectual property is the manifestation of ideas, creativity, and invention in a tangible form. Intellectual property is often discussed in the same terms as commercial or physical property. How to identify your intellectual property? There are 2 ways. The first is what can be registered. As well as registered trademarks and registered designs, there are patents and even plant varieties. You'll come across registered trademarks and registered designs on a regular basis in the products that you use. You may even be familiar with patents. A patent gives its holder, for a limited period, the right to stop others from exploiting the invention. There are renewal fees to be paid to keep the patent operative. Trademarks are any sign that can be represented graphically and are capable of distinguishing the goods or services of one business from those of another. Registered trademarks can use the R symbol, while unregistered trademarks tend to use the TM symbol. The second type of intellectual property rights are unregistered. These include trade secrets, including know-how, things like hidden recipes, design rights, common law, and copyright, including database rights. Design rights protect the appearance of the whole or a part of a product resulting from the features of, in particular, the lines, contours, colour, shape, texture, or materials of the product itself, or its ornamentation. If you're a small or medium-sized enterprise going into the process of creating intellectual property for the first time, it can seem quite daunting. Smaller businesses and individual entrepreneurs often lack the internal R&D resources, that's research and development resources, and therefore require access to external technologies. Intermediaries can resolve these problems by providing access to various stakeholders, such as government agencies or universities that have the expertise and resources to assist. Michael Smith is the IP and Commercial Research Manager for Agor IP and Swansea University. Here, Mike tells us a bit about technology transfer.
So technology transfer is how we take ideas from an organisation such as this university and get it out into what we call the real world. So how we identify new ideas, how we protect those ideas, how we find partners who we can work with to develop those ideas, and ultimately get them either on the market or out in the real world for society to benefit from. We don't just look at our ideas and what we develop. We look at small businesses' problems and look at how we can help solve their problems using the large capacity and the intellect that we have. Some of the issues that a small business can face regarding intellectual property is that they can spend an awful lot of money protecting their ideas, and it can be a very expensive process, but then have no means to enforce that protection that they have. So if you're going to, say, have a patent and you're going to have your invention protected in that way, you should also have the desire to defend that if somebody wants to take that idea from you without your permission. If you don't do that, then there's little need in in actually spending a lot of that money.
As you can see, an innovation or technology transfer specialist can be a valuable asset when you are considering how to bring new knowledge or technology into your business. When you are planning for growth, consider what intellectual property you have, what you might need, and what you can afford to create with others. At this stage, you're now ready to begin developing and maybe delivering against your own intellectual property or what you've licensed from others. Come back for video 2 to find out more. Thank you for watching this short video, part of the Buccaneer Innovation video series. Please visit www.buccaneer.eu to find out more.